Hi, this is the Ashley Corinne, and if you haven't seen my videos before in the last 10 years, 15 years, something like that, whenever I fucking started YouTubing, don't worry about that. That's just the fact that my battery's dying. And it's because I'm in the basement of the revolution. Now, I'm making this video because I'm running for president. And if you're wondering why I fly a U.S. Army flag in my video, I never went in the Army, but all three of my grandfathers went to the Army, so they were in the Army or the Navy or some branch. Now, I'm already jumping the gun when it comes to the Elizabeth Warren thing because this is about me running for president. So, you know how she cracked a beer and, she's like, I'll have a beer. I'd have a beer with Elizabeth Warren. I really would. I'd have a beer with Elizabeth Warren and I'd have a joint with Bernie Sanders. But I want to talk about my platform, okay? Because I'm not a leftist. Now, people might be wondering what my politics are. I'm running for president. What are my politics? I'm an independent. I'm actually running on the anarchist ticket. Now, the Anarchist Party of America called me up and they said, "You're not the official anarchist candidate for the Anarchist Party." And I was like, well, then you're not a fucking anarchist. Fuck yourself. And I fucking slammed the phone down. Back in the day when people, nowadays with cell phones, you just like, boop. But that's not the point. I'm getting distractified. My platform for America is, well, I don't have a platform because I'm not really running for, well, I'm running for president. No one's going to vote for me. I'm going to vote for myself. I'm not going to, hold on. I'm not going to vote for Kamala Harris, whatever her name is. I'm not going to vote for Bernie. I'm not going to vote for, who knows, I might write in Ocasio-Cortez just for fun, but even though she's not old enough. I'm going to vote for myself. And see, this is the point. This is kind of the linchpin. Is our society is so fucked over. And, I'm a satirist. What I'm doing right now is satire. I'm joking to make a point. And so I'm not literally running for president because fucking who would vote for me? I don't even have a fucking base, even though I could be a pretty good populist. And that's one thing that I respect about Donald Trump is that he is a fantastic populist. Now, as far as his politics go, and I'll talk about Trump for maybe about 20 seconds. As far as Trump goes, I disagree with a lot of his policies because I think they're ill-informed, and he is more about being famous. He's not a statesman. He's a great politician, but he's not a statesman. And there's a difference. Now me, if I was president, like let's say this is 2020 and the Ashley Corinne becomes president of the United States of America. First of all, I'm going to rescind that goddamn transgender ban in the fucking military. It makes no sense and it's fucking myopic and hateful. So, fuck that. Second of all, I'm going to push for the repeal of the federal prohibition on cannabis. Meaning, I want to make weed legal seed a shining fucking sea, dude. There's no reason why weed should be illegal. The only reason why people do it is because police want to fucking have one more reason to control the population. And see, the thing is, if you think that I'm like on some fucking... Hold on. I need to pull an Elizabeth Warren. Or I'll pull a Brett Kavanaugh. I like beer. You know, if you think that I'm like have some sort of fucking crush on Ocasio-Cortez, you're partially right. But you know, to say that, you know, I'm like a revolution chic or some shit like that, like, oh, I believe in the revolution because I had a crush on some girl that I fucking saw on the fucking news. No, dude, I dropped out of school because I'm a fucking anarchist, man. That's how I fucking do. That's why I'm running on the fucking anarchist party. And I want to define a term, the term anarchist. What I mean by anarchist, okay? Because people, when they think of anarchists, they usually think of, you know, people, you know, knocking over trash cans and starting cop cars on fire and shit like that. But if you think of the etymology of anarchist, archon comes from the Greek. I mean, that's the Greek word archon, which means power, or, the powers that be, the rulers, the people who rule over. Those are the archons. And an is a prefix, which is a negation. So basically that means you're not anti-archist, which would mean you're actively against the archons, the powers that be. Anarchy, which it just means the absence of powers. So anarchy, at its etymological root, means people who were not ruled over. And see, you know, that comes out a lot in demonstrations and riots and shit like that, where people are, you know, starting cop cars on fire and shit like that. That's one outgrowth of the overall anarchistic ethos, if you will. And so, you know, I'm running for president. Hold on. I'm running for president. And I'm doing it as a joke, but it's only a half joke. And you can vote for me. I'm not going to win. But the thing is, I'm against the powers that are struggling right now to lay hold on the slippery fish that is the populace. And I'm running out of time. I only got a minute left. Hold on. Oh, pardon me. Pardon. I'm pulling a Brett Kavanaugh. I like beer. But the thing is, because I won't become president. Of course I'm not going to. And that's not the point. The point is, it's like when Stephen Colbert ran for president. He wasn't running for president because he would become president. He was trying to make a point. It's called satire. And satirism it's a very delicate art, but Stephen Colbert does a great job at it. But I have a prediction that the bill that's in the Utah State Legislature will make beer real again. Make beer real again.